Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day. For those that are tuning in for the first time, my name is Ricky. We have a little bit over 300,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate all the love and the support and absolutely everything that you guys do. We're one of the fastest growing private trading communities. We're one of the fastest growing private Facebook groups for those who invest in the stock market. We have over 140,000 members within our free trading community called TechBot Solutions. If you guys have not joined already, be sure to click that third link down in the description, and we would love to be a part of your success. If you guys want to be able to watch me trade live every single day and be able to speak to me on a daily basis, click that first link in the description and we can get that much closer to working together. So it looks like everyone's just like super energetic. Everyone had, I'm guessing, an amazing morning or afternoon, wherever it is that you guys are. I'm in Arizona, so I'm under Pacific Standard Time as of right now. We start school this week, well actually last week, but I didn't go to class, but let's not tell my parents that. But yeah, we've been doing an absolute amazing job, and I just wanted to talk about this like very common question. I made a video very briefly, where I at least commented on it very briefly last week. I haven't really spoken to the TechBot Solutions nor YouTube channel about this specific topic. I talk about it with the Learn Plan Profit group every single morning because of current market conditions, and it's something that we've been all noticing. The market has been very choppy. Market has been very inconsistent. When it comes down to swing trades, it's been very difficult to be able to identify something that's continuously showing signs of an uptrend due to how the market is pulling back. Congrats to all those that have been doing very well. Friday, I closed a little bit over $1,300. Today was definitely not the case. Today, for all those that are part of Learn Plan Profit, do you guys remember what I took a position on? I want to see whatever it is that you guys, for those that tuned in, actually, let me go ahead and start sharing this. So this is the live chat. So for those that are tuning in right now, what's going on? That boy JD, what's up, what's up? So Justin, again, JNEG was one of the positions that I took today. And if you guys remember, my average purchase price was at $8. This thing shot up to $8.27. So with the position that I had, I think I had about 3,000 shares at that time. The position that I had, I mean, it would have put me well over, if I'm not mistaken, at least close to $1,000 profit. I'm going to talk about my mistake. I retook a position. I ended up green, but I missed out on quite a bit of money, and I'll tell you why. Who's that dude in the background? There's actually a couple. So it's they're all part of TechBot. So this is Caleb, or that's Dingleberry Justin. That's Caleb. And then we got Ishmael right over there. So yeah, they're all working on certain things. I actually have a signing at 3 o'clock for the house that I just sold next door. And then we got some good news for the new house that we're going to be moving into. So super pumped on that. Let me go ahead and start breaking it down. For those that don't just want me to get straight to the point, the whole point of this video is due to overall market conditions, it's been very choppy, very inconsistent. What is something that we've been talking about nonstop that within Learn Plan Profit that we should do? Because the market is so choppy, because the market has been so inconsistent, I want to remind you guys that one of the best positions that you can take is not taking one at all. How many of you guys forced an entry today and ended up being in the red? And it's because if we focus on the same criteria that every stock has to meet by making sure that it's showing signs of an uptrend, that it's trading in between the middle and top VWAP as a day trade, then overall we should be pretty good, right? Don't buy hype, just like Luke said. Don't buy anything that you think has been manipulated, and don't force an entry. One thing that I think we covered very beautifully today, we're talking about a lot of ETFs, and yeah, just like right here, Kyle says, be picky, be selective with what it is that you want to invest in. So let me go ahead and close that out. Sorry about that. But I want to show you guys this real quick. So I'm going to be sharing my screen just so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. I'll show you on how I ended today with JNEG. So JNEG was the position that I was in. Again, not the best day. Due to the pullback on that experience, I was only able to close the day on $57.31 profit. Very slow day, right? My daily goal is $500 to $750. Even the day that I closed on Friday with a $1,300 profit, I always say that, you know, when I close a little bit over $1,000, that's, I mean, being honest, like that's not my normal day. My goal is $2,500 to $3,000 on a weekly basis, and you know, $57 I just made a lot of mistakes today, and I'm going to explain that. So one thing that I could have done a little bit better is for those that are tuned in for the Learn Plan Profit live stream. So I go live for those that are part of Learn Plan Profit. Again, that's that first link in the description. They get to watch me trade live every single day for about 1 hour. And I took a position on JNEG originally, and we're consolidating right around this like 8 808 price point. I was up about $70, and it was a very, like, I took a position right around here, right around that $8 price point. I took a position, started seeing a resistance, and I noticed something right away. I went to /GC. For all those that tuned in, if you guys remember this, so /GC was around this area right here. This SMA line was showing signs of a downward pattern, and then right as the market opened, again, it was getting rejected. It was showing signs of a downtrend. How do I know? How do I know if something's showing signs of a downtrend? Well, none of this information was here. None of this data was there, right? So all I was able to go off of was this information right here. And what I saw was that since its peak, it was making lower highs. And that's kind of signs of a downtrend. Not only just that, but it's been making lower lows. And if I were to put an arrow on this SMA line, this green line that you see right here, it would start showing signs of a downtrend. So right away, as JNUG, as of what I thought, right, as the market opened here 6:30, it started showing signs of an uptrend, and then it started pulling back, and it was right around that middle VWAP. I was like, all right, let's keep a very close eye. Let's make sure that it doesn't drop below this overall support of 1192. It broke below that support. I should have locked in profits right away on JNUG. I did not, and it rode down a little bit, right? I was down about a couple $100. Started showing signs of a reversal. I added more to my position as it broke above the EMA line, so that's something that we've talked about multiple times. I don't add to my position as it shows signs of a downtrend. I add to my position as it's trending up above the EMA line or showing signs of a recovery. Quick little tip for those that weren't aware of that. But as it started to consolidate right around this middle VWAP, I locked in my position, right? So I was down about I want to say $223, something like that. I had about 3,000 shares, and my average price was right around $8. So I was down about $220, $210 around there. And of course, it shoots up, right? It shoots up all the way up to $8.27. It pulls back. And think about it, right? If I was in at an average of about $8 and it shot all the way up to about $8.27, that's 3.37% potential for profit. So if I'm trading with $25,000, you guys could simply do the math. That would have gotten me to my weekly, my daily goal. And unfortunately, it just didn't play out according to plan. I wanted to be conservative. I thought it was still going to show signs of a downward pattern. I didn't know that it was going to start pushing up. Broke above the middle VWAP. It pushed up too quickly. Again, this all happened in 1 minute. It shot up, pulled back. When it started to consolidate, I took a position, rode up, right? And then, actually, I took a position on the second time right here, showed signs of an uptrend, and then I actually called this one out. For those that are part of Learn, Plan, Profit, if you guys go under the trade idea section, I was like, I watched JNUG and /GC for that potential support on the SMA line. So what I meant by that was right around this, I'm sorry, I have to go to /GC, and /GC, when it started getting rejected, it built a support right around this SMA line. It broke above. So again, there's a lot of consolidation. There's a slight resistance right around 1195. It built a support, did a bottom, right? Started trending up above the EMA line, broke above 1195, and then started showing signs of an uptrend. And then that's when JNUG started to make higher highs. It broke above 820. I locked in profits at 819, if I'm not mistaken, 819.3, and it continued to push up, hit highs of 1832. Of course, I missed out on that opportunity. I recovered all my losses. I ended the day at a little bit over $57 profit. But again, the bummy thing about this is that if I would have held my position, it would have covered at least 3% margin. It sold off, bounced off the middle VWAP. I could have made another $200 to $400 if I would have played it out according to plan, just like I did on my second trade. So my first trade wasn't the best. I covered profit. I tried to the whole point of my first trade, because I was down and it was showing signs of a downtrend, I was playing defense, right? I was just trying to minimize loss, and that's something that a lot of us experience sometimes when something is showing signs of a downtrend, and I just don't want to hold something that's continuously trending down. So when I saw signs of a potential resistance around the middle VWAP, I just didn't want to risk it, not knowing that it was going to shoot up. Again, this is something that where it can be upsetting, but something that we have to admit to ourselves that this is that's not something that I could have predicted. I could not have predicted that JNUG was going to shoot up, right? 3% in a matter of a minute. It's just not something. It's just a matter of how things played out. I just wanted to make sure that every action that I took played out exactly how it should have, right? And I think I did my part to manage my risk there. When it started showing signs of a pullback and then it bounced off that middle VWAP, I decided to take action. I think that was a very smart play on my part. And then when I sold at 820, I'm very content with where I locked in profits. It made a lot of sense. There were signs of a resistance right around this general area. We've talked about multiple times of understanding ranges of where good buy territories are and where good sell territories are. And I felt like around 820 plus was a good sell territory, and I just didn't want to overcomplicate it. So that's really just it. That's how my day ended up playing out. I know a lot of people did extremely well with a lot of other stocks and ETFs that were playing out today. I felt like I could have done a little bit better with JNUG and just wanted to share my experience with each and every single one of you. So I want to see if you guys have any questions, and then we'll close it out there and kind of go from there. So let's go ahead and see. Alibaba, a buy. I'm actually going to be making a video. So the ticker symbol BABA is one that I have under my pending reversal watch list. I wouldn't necessarily call it a buy as it's still showing signs of a potential recovery, but I really do appreciate you bringing it up. For those that aren't familiar with kind of how we do things either on Sunday or on Monday, on Sunday we have our Sunday Stock Talks. That was yesterday at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time for those that were able to tune in live. And then for those that can tune in live today, it's going to be around 6:30 to 7 if I'm not mistaken. I have a couple things that we have to film. I have a signing at 3 o'clock, so in about 30 minutes that I have to go to for the house that I sold next door. But I'm going to be going live, and I'm going to be talking about the top stocks that I'm going to be watching and share my watch list with you guys at around 6:30 to 7 o'clock. So I hope that you guys can tune in and really enjoy that video as if it's something that a lot of people look forward to. So how much percentage you think is good for profits? If you're just getting started, this is my honest opinion. If you're just getting started, I would set a very realistic goal. I think the thing that, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys can share your honest opinion with me, but I think so many people overcomplicate it in the very beginning. I'm very open with talking about that. My weekly percentage growth goal is 10 to 15%, and that's still very aggressive. I have a much longer trading experience than a lot of new traders. I'm also trading with a lot more money than maybe a lot of new traders are. I'm trading anywhere from around $15,000 to $25,000 per position, and that's not something that everyone can say. And I want to make sure that you guys understand that this is not to discourage you, but it's to understand that you're just getting started. And if it means having a goal of 1 to 3% a week, that's still an amazing goal to have. And if you're trying to start with aiming for 10 to 15%, all power to you. I'm just telling you that sometimes when you set your goal a little bit too high, it becomes very unattainable and unrealistic, and you start to overcomplicate it and actually make more mistakes than you would have if you would have just set a more realistic goal. So again, just focus on getting the ball rolling. I would aim for 1 to 3%. I have, I think, a beautiful video that explains the different stages about where you might be as a trader. So it's literally the 4 stages of a stock investor, if I'm not mistaken. So search that up on YouTube and it should pop up as one of the top videos. Has to be one of my favorite videos that I've shared with a lot of our members. So yeah, so what's your leverage? I don't trade with leverage. I don't borrow money or anything like that. I mean, I have leverage just because I have TD Ameritrade, I have margin buying power, but I do not use it. Why not launch your own hedge fund? That's never been something that we've wanted to do, nor our core focus. Our focus has always been making content and also making a series of applications. We're submitting another application to Apple, right? Another app, right? So yeah, no, not. Okay, Justin says don't talk about it, but yeah, that's one of our biggest focuses as of right now. It has to be like the software that we're developing. Huge shout out to Justin, huge shout out to Mackenzie for making it all happen and possible. So why do you think that JNUG isn't a hold overnight? It just has to do with market volatility. Muhammad, thank you again for tuning in live. We've been talking about I just don't feel comfortable as of right now with how the market's been pulling back super aggressively. I think JNUG is super oversold, and I think it offers a lot of upside potential. I just don't want to risk it. As you saw today, there was thousands of dollars of profit that I could have made today, but it was my mistake that made me miss out on that. It's because I wasn't patient enough and I didn't lock in profits quick enough. So area of opportunity for tomorrow. And just like you guys saw when I made those 2 mistakes on Tuesday and Wednesday, on Thursday and Friday, I had over $1,000 days for those 2 days. So that's pretty much it. Thanks, man. I'm making money. What's going on, Joey? Super happy to hear that. What's going on with the pullbacks lately? Yeah, just overall market conditions. So the whole purpose of this video is just to remind you guys that to not force entry, one of the best positions that you can take is not taking one at all, and to be extremely, extremely selective. Like right now is like when your standards have to be super high when it comes down to taking your position, something that Justin doesn't know much about. Just
on the live stream?
Totally kidding. Absolutely love Justin. He's actually one of my main partners, business partners when it comes down to TechFund Solutions and Learn Plan Profits. So just wanted to make you guys laugh. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys again for absolutely everything it is that, thank you again for absolutely everything it is that you guys have done to, again, to our group and a community. So if there's absolutely anything that is that we can do, feel free to comment it down below. If you have any video suggestions that you guys would like to suggest for me to make in the future, feel free to let me know. I'd be more than happy to do it. So again, all the links are down below if you guys want to stay connected. Hope you guys all have an amazing Monday. Again, I am going to be going live at 6:30 if you guys want to set your reminders for that. And I'm super excited for this week. So let's keep it consistent. Let's lock in those profits. Let's be very selective this week. And let's focus on whatever's actively trending up. If it's not actively trending up, then why waste our time, right? Like always, guys, continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. Like Brian Reed says, yes, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll provide you guys updates if you're part of TechBot Solutions or Learn Plan Profit on when I'm going to be going live. So yeah, that's really just it. Thank you guys again for your time. Take it easy, team. Feel free to give the video a thumbs up if you guys haven't done so already. Really appreciate it.